What's going on, everybody? It's always a great day when the Celtics beat the Heat. They come away here, game two of the season, with a 119-111 home win. I think it would be disrespectful to not start off talking about Derrick White. I'm sure all Celtics fans are happy to see him have this type of game on national television on ESPN after he was left off the ESPN Top 100 list. At a team high 28 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a few chase down blocks on none other than Jimmy Butler. I know all Celtics fans were happy to see that. Can't Derrick White do at this point? Flying around for blocks, flying in for rebounds, setting people up, hitting threes, getting to the mid range. We saw it all, and I think more importantly, or how we got that tonight was we saw him on ball more. I think him being on ball builds his confidence. I think that was on full display, especially in the second half. It felt like he had a really commanding grip over the offense. I'm looking forward to what this whole season is going to bring from Derrick White. I'm hoping we can start that first team all defense campaign. And the Celtics got to be ready to give that man his extension next offseason. Not only do you have one Derrick White out there, you basically have two. Drew Holiday had a phenomenal game out there tonight. Both of them together just wreaking havoc on the Miami Heat. Drew finished with an easy 17, 7, and 10. I mean, at least he makes it look easy. Last game against the Knicks, I was talking about how he was forcing things or not finding his offense in the flow of the game, and I thought he did the exact opposite tonight. Everything was fluid tonight. His shot selection was great. He was taking advantage of smaller defenders and with just a steady hand. He was there when we needed him tonight. It was good to see Drew a little bit more on ball this game, especially in the first half. I think that's how he got his confidence going in the offensive end for the rest of the game. Other end of the ball, I thought he was great too. I mean, it's so fun as a Celtics fan having Drew and Derrick and watching them be able to navigate ball screens. Points in his career, Smart was definitely great at it too. But we've also had some smaller guards in the past who, when put in that position, just definitely didn't hold up well. So for this team to have two of those guys, it's definitely a luxury. Two of the best point of attack defenders in the league. Definitely excited to see what this elite defensive backcourt can do against some of the best offensive backcourts in the league going forward. Next, let's talk about JB. I mean, from the moment this game tipped off and when Derrick got the ball, you saw what type of game it was going to be for JB. JB was waving his hands at Derrick like he wasn't going fast enough a second into the game. He was definitely amped up. He was definitely excited to get this game going. I think it's fairly obvious why Game 7 last year and all the crap he got on social media. And this game didn't start off great for him, but to his credit, he turned it around. Had a few careless turnovers, left some shots short, but once he stole that inbounds pass and dunked that ball, I mean, that's all he needed to get going. We saw him go at Bam a few times successfully. We saw him go left and finish left. Yes, he can do that. He's second team All-NBA. I will defend JB to the death. And there's this one play specifically, I think it was in the fourth quarter, that showed growth in the aspect of poise. He had Lowry on him, and he had him about the top of the key, and he didn't try to drive by him, drive into three people. He didn't try to shoot a step back three. All he did was he recognized he had the smaller defender on him, backed him down, and just rose up over him and shot the ball. And it was beautiful. Rushing the boards on the other end of the ball, he was locked in and engaged. There was one play he almost got caught for a backdoor, but other than that, his focus was there, and I love that. When Jalen's focus is there, I truly believe there's very few better two-way players than him. After that Knicks game, yes, that one game, the overreaction game, I did have some questions about how he's going to go about getting his offense, but I just think he did it seamlessly tonight. So if this is what we can expect from JB going forward, it's going to be a long season for other teams. Let's talk about JT real quick. JT played an okay game. Definitely not great by any means. There were a few reads in the first half that he made that definitely impressed me. And I really think JT played a main role in the turnaround of this game. We obviously got off to a slow start. I think him and O'Shea, who we'll get around to in a second, I think they sparked the turnaround. Tatum led the turnaround with his attitude towards the Jaime Jaquez matchup. It seemed like Tatum took that personally. There was that just stretch during the second quarter where almost every time down, Tatum was demanding the ball, and Jaime Jaquez was just bouncing off of him every time Tatum drove down the lane. Tatum is able to finish through contact just a little bit more consistently and makes him that much more special. I know he had other points in the game where the finishing around the rim was kind of rough, but I truly believe that second quarter is more of an indicator of what the future looks like for him. Kind of jumping back and forth here, but I am a point Tatum guy. As I said earlier, I liked some of the reads he made tonight, but there are also some that I didn't like. It didn't matter too much tonight because we got Drew, we got Derrick. But I think point Tatum is something that I still want to see develop. I know other people disagree, but I think when the stage is, gets the biggest and it gets the brightest, it's going to have to be Tatum making the plays down the stretch. So, some points it looked rough tonight, but I'm for it still. Let's talk about O'Shea. I'm excited to talk about O'Shea. Last game, I said I was kind of too harsh on Cornette. I said, why was he in the game? There was really no purpose. I didn't see him make an impact out there. Might have been too rough. I like Cornette. I like the lemon squares he brings in the locker room. I'm for Cornette. Anyway, back to Brissett. Last episode, we talked about how Missoula isn't really comfortable with the uncomfortable, or at least that's how it seemed last year. He plays who he plays, right? But we were down 12-14, and we needed something fresh. We needed a spark, and he threw in O'Shea, and he pressed the right button with that one. Jay came in and crashed the boards almost recklessly, which I'm for. Recklessly isn't the right word. He crashed the boards with heart, and from there on, it kind of sparked everybody to start crashing the offensive boards. I think the offensive boards and the second chance points really kind of combated all the threes that we gave up in transition. Tonight, I really think we saw O'Shea inspire the top six, to crash the boards harder. We saw D. White get some, Drew get some. We saw Kristaps grab an offensive board and start pumping up the crowd. The rest of the bench guys, or just specifically Pritchard and Hauser, continue this play. It's easy to see O'Shea become a mainstay in the rotation. Let's just talk about the bench since we're here. Let's talk about Al first. He didn't score tonight. He was scoreless, but he grabbed double-digit boards. He provided good defense, and just the threat of his shooting and his, it provides floor spacing, and it's enough for him to be impactful. And he subs in when Kristaps fouls out. Another luxury for this team. Thank you, Al. But the rest of the bench, okay, not the rest. The two guys on the bench, Pritchard and Hauser, I don't want to just single out two guys, but so far through two games, they just haven't been very impactful. I don't think Missoula or the team needs them to do much other than score, which is obviously easier said than done, but they just haven't been able to do it. I don't think it's necessarily fair to expect the starters to score 111 points every night, but maybe Pritchard and Hauser will come around, or, Svi and O'Shea will score more. Lamar. Maybe we'll see someone step up, or maybe we'll see those 7 second round picks that Trader Brad acquired at the draft, and we'll see him package those with a TPE and acquire somebody. I don't know. I'm just messing around, but who knows? I'm worried about the bench a little bit, but I'm not, because our top 5 is so great. We'll see what happens. KP real quick. I think he had a good game. He obviously fouled out on offense. I think his 3-point shot came around a little bit later, and in general, he took advantage of some smaller guys on the floor. On the other end of the ball, Bam just kind of had KP's number tonight. It was interesting to see that whenever Bam got the ball and Porzingis was on him, his face would just light up. You could feel the confidence secreting through the TV. Okay, I don't know why I just said secreting, but you could feel it through the TV. And when Bam has a smaller guy on him, like Drew, like Derrick, and even like Al tonight, he's less aggressive. He's not looking to shoot as much. But when Porzingis, the 7'3" guy, is on him, his face lights up. He's shooting the mid range. He's putting his body in him. He's going up, getting in one. Don't think KP is really equipped to guard these super versatile centers or bigs like Bam, Jokic, Joel, or Giannis. But at the end of the day, who could guard them anyway? To me, it's not that big of a deal, because no team is perfect. You're just supposed to play to your advantages. Every team has holes, and you're just supposed to see who could exploit each other's holes more. Whatever that means. Relax. Some quick hits. Transition defense, especially first half. Too many transition threes given up. Second quick hit is, why is Kyle Lowry the way he is? I don't think I really need to explain that. You guys know. Quick hit, was the D. White trade worth it, or did we still give up too much? You guys missed that 2028 first round pick swap. That player who is like an 8th grader right now. Do you miss him? Do you care about him? Did we give up too much? I don't know. All jokes aside, it was a fun game. It was a gritty win. Let me know in the comments how you guys felt about game 2. And also, I want to hear people's predictions about where this team will be 20 games in. I want to hear someone give me a prediction of the record. If you enjoy this thing, I'm doing it for fun. Like, comment, subscribe. If not, it's no big deal. Either way, see you Friday, Monday, October 30th, Washington Wizards. Peace.